Okay, so in this video, we are gonna make this top image right here, Parallax, on this web page. This is a Divi plus WordPress website. So let's dive into how we do this. We obviously already have our image in place here. Let's click edit page and dive into what's going on and how /why we are seeing this on the web page. So if we come in here, we can see that we have this section right here, and we just have a code module in here with the schema markup. So what's going on is this is a background image. We can kind of tell that, see this, the container for this green section is not the size of that background image, so we can be pretty confident that it's not in there. It's the exact size of this container, so we can be pretty confident that it is in here. So I click on the gear to edit. Obviously, we're going to get a background. Here is the image module, or image part of the background, so you could have a just solid background, gradient background, image background, or a video background, all handled here. You can have combinations of them also, but you know, with Divi, it's as simple as saying make it parallax. So it defaults to true parallax, which you would want to change your image size in this case. With the CSS parallax method, it's a little bit better, but the images would probably need to change for it to really make sense and do this. You would actually want to make your background images a little smaller, I believe, to get them to fit properly. If we come in to our media library real quick to try to find that image, it's got a pencil, a hand and a pencil right in the middle, so that's what I'm looking for in these little thumbnails. A hand and a pencil, a hand and a pencil. Here it is right here. So it's 1920 by 500. So if I'm going to throw a full width background image for a desktop version of a website, I'm going to make it 1920. You possibly could even make it larger than that, but then your file size is going to get even larger. So I just want to do 1920 by 500. 1920 wide, 500 pixels tall. So that's what's going on here. So obviously when we switch to parallax mode, it really zooms in on this. So that is why I was suggesting, you know, put a smaller image size here if you're going to do parallax, and then it would look more normal, if you will. Something that may need to be done is you may need to come into the design, sizing, and do something with your minimum height right here. So right now it's set to a minimum height of 500 because we have no content in here and we have a background image. So it would actually not show if we did not have a height. So that's why we have the height. If I take that out real quick, you can see it's shrinking down to the size of the other container inside here with the code module with the schema markup. So we're going to say height of 500, and there we go. It's back to how it was. I can come back here to background, boom, turn off the parallax because I think the image would need to be changed to actually use that and make it look good, and save. You know, save would make that, push that live on the internet. You may need to do something like clear your cache or something for other people to see it that have visited your website in the past. One thing to note before I hop off here is you can always click on your little device icon right here. This is available in almost all of these settings, and then you can change the background image for a tablet or a phone and stuff like that if you don't like the way it is cropping down, because background images are going to crop down. If you're not using parallax, you have more control over how they crop down, as far as, you know, setting your image cover size and different stuff like this, and where to center it and blah blah blah. But we're not getting into all that. I'm gonna turn that off since we're not going to be using that at the moment, and that's about it. Yeah, then you may need to change the size of your height based on all this stuff. You see little pointer right here. You can change the appearance of stuff on hover and blah blah blah. So that is how easy it is to actually make an image, a parallax image with WordPress and Divi. Just remember, these are for background images, so you're not going to be using the image module. So this is not, come in here, grab an image module out of here, and then turn it into a parallax. So that's not going to work. You can use something like a text module if you want, and then throw your background image in that. Whatever you want or need to do. But I'm going to come to this little block view, show you what you get out of this. So I just created that text module. I couldn't really see it because there was nothing in there. Content goes here, blah, blah, blah. It's this one, delete, it's gone. We don't want that extra code on the page for no reason, and save. So that's how easy it is to turn a background image into a parallax image with WordPress and Divi. Until the next video, keep making money.